Hello friends, welcome to this newspaper editorial analysis of the Hindu newspaper for 9th of May. I am अपूर्व मिश्रा. अगर आप ये एनालिसिस हिंदी में चाहते हैं तो उसका लिंक आपको नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन में मिल जाएगा. If you are looking for the analysis of Indian Express newspaper, you can click the link in the description below. You can connect to me on Ecovation app by joining my study group. You can find this link in the description below. You can email me your queries and you can also connect to me over Facebook. For best results and for best learning through this video, I would recommend that you keep your newspaper in your hand and then watch this video. So now moving on to the first lead opinion article and also to the first editorial article. Both of them are in the context of the elections of France, presidential elections in France, and election of a centrist leader, Macron. So both of them, you can just quickly read them. They are not very directly important to your syllabus. Now, the second editorial article, this is in the context of Supreme Court hearing on a petition for anti-torture law. So this is linked to your international relations, GS paper 2, bilateral, regional and global agreements involving India. So India has signed the UN Convention Against Torture and Other Cruel, Inhuman, and Degrading Punishment, Treatment or Punishment. So this was signed in 1997, but India has not ratified it yet. So this article is talking about the need for such a law and how it would help in extradition of Indian nationals. So those criminals or accused who run away to other countries, India face problem in getting them extradited back to the country. And for starters, extradition means if let us say Vijay Mallya is in UK and India want to get Vijay Mallya back to actually try him for the charges against him, India would need UK to extradite him back to India. But countries like UK might be reluctant to extradite such criminals back to India, such convicts or such accused people back to India because of the threat of inhuman or degrading treatment, so or torture in short. So, for example, there was this Purulia arms drop case which has been mentioned in this article. India has failed or is struggling to get the accused extradited back to the country because of absence of any such law. So the Prevention of Torture Bill actually was passed by the Lok Sabha in 2010, but when it went to Rajya Sabha, it was referred to a select committee, and then the bill lapsed without getting passed. So all this is mentioned in this article. I have highlighted the important points. You could refer them while reading the newspaper. Now this can be a sample question. You can just pause the video and try to attempt this question. The second article is very important. It is in the context of the recent launch of South Asia satellite and connecting it with the success of Aadhaar in India. And it connects all this to a number of national identity schemes, just like Aadhaar in different countries of South Asia, and how Aadhaar could be used to export this technology of Aadhaar could be exported to neighbors, and this could be used to counter the fact that China is supplying and controlling information architecture across South Asia. This is linked to your GS paper 2 international relations, India and its neighborhood relations. So this article is talking about the advantages of exporting Aadhaar technology to South Asian neighbors. Advantages for the neighbors like Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, etc., and how this technology can help them in solving their critical national issues. And also advantage for India for tackling the strategic benefits. For tackling the strategic issues and the benefits India would get by driving the software standards of the region. So if Aadhaar becomes the bottom software above which applications like Bheem have developed in India, similar applications could develop in other countries, and thus Aadhaar would become the benchmark standard. And this could be used to counter the Chinese hardware standards. So hardware is supplied by China. So the standards and benchmarks are driven and controlled by China. India can control the software standards. This is what this article is saying. It also gives a brief description of the national identity schemes across South Asia, which could actually benefit from getting Aadhaar technology, and how Aadhaar is a better technology than those used in these particular schemes in other countries. So this could be a sample question on this article. You could just pause this video and try to attempt this question. Moving on to the next page, this article is a political article regarding the left and the right ideology is not useful to you. Also, this article is not useful. Now, coming to this article, this is in the context of Joint Doctrine of Indian Armed Forces, which was released last month. This is a criticism of this doctrine. This is linked to your GS Paper 3 internal security portion, various security forces and their mandate, and how the joint doctrine is actually controlling their mandate. Now, this article is talking about the history of efforts starting from Mountbatten towards creating a joint military command for all the three Navy, Army, and Air Force, and how different factions, including bureaucracy, political class, and even the military, the armed forces themselves, have resisted the creation of such a joint military command. It also talks about the need for such a joint military command in India. Now, very few points in this article are relevant to you, and I have highlighted them. So just read them and skip the rest of the article. This is a sample question which you could get regarding the Joint Military Command. You can just pause this video and try to attempt this question. Now, this is the final article for today. This is in the context of the capital punishment being given to Nirbhaya convicts, and in general, how we are treating our prisoners. So, this also becomes relevant in the light of Mental Health Care Bill 2016, uh, which is trying to provide mental health care services across the country. And especially, this becomes important in light of the fact that almost 1.5% of all prisoners are mentally ill and they are not getting any treatment. So this becomes relevant to you from GS paper 2 international relations agreements, global agreements. So there is this Nelson Mandela rule of UN, and this is also linked to your GS paper 2 governance section, uh, mechanisms, laws, and institutions for the protection and betterment of vulnerable sections. So this article talks about the first thing which needs to be understood and which is not commonly understood is that prisoners are part of vulnerable sections of the society because their liberty has been taken away by the state. So this is a social mindset which does not exist in India right now. People feel that these are prisoners, these are criminals, they need to be treated like animals, but this is not how it should be in a civilized society. As I said, the state is depriving them of their liberty, so it is the responsibility of state to provide them health care. And this is also mandated to be done under UN rules, Nelson Mandela rules. And NCRB data says that 1.25% of inmates in India are mentally ill. So it argues that there is a need for the change in criminal justice system to make it reformative and to rehabilitate those who have got this mental tendency to do a crime, rather than making it a retributive system which is based on taking revenge. So the sample question could be this. It could you are less likely to get a proper GS question out of this, and but you are more likely to get an essay regarding criminal justice system, which should focus on reformation and not retribution. So these were the articles of of today. If you like this video, you can like it on YouTube, you can share it, and you can hit the subscribe button. If you want to stay up to date with all my video analysis, you can hit the bell icon on YouTube if you want to be notified regarding a video update as soon as I upload it. You can get more discussions, free mock tests, and analysis for UPSC prelims and mains exam by joining my study group on Ecovation. You can get the link in the description below. Thank you very much.